Winston-Salem housing market just gave buyers something we haven't seen in years. Median sales prices dropped from a little over $300,000 to $291,000, and nearly 80% of homes are back to selling below asking price. But here's the thing, everyone's scrambling to find deals in the same old neighborhoods while completely missing 5 areas where the money goes further and the lifestyle gets better. Today, I'm walking you through the 5 neighborhoods I'd choose if I were moving to Winston-Salem in 2026. And stick around till the end when I reveal my personal pick. And it's not the most expensive one. It might just surprise you. First up, we have Buena Vista, which has the highest cost per square foot in Winston-Salem. Buena Vista sits northwest of downtown. It's in the triangle formed by Country Club Road, Reynolda Road, and Silas Creek Parkway. You're 5 to 10 minutes from downtown, depending on which part you're in, and literally 2 minutes from the hospitals, shopping centers, but not right in the middle of downtown. And the median sales price in Buena Vista is $750,000, and that's only up about 2% or so from last year. Before you think that's a red flag, though, look at the price per square foot. It's $255 a foot, up about 32% from last year. Homes are selling faster too. Average days on the market from 60 days to 34 days. So, what makes Buena Vista special? This is where the old money lives in Winston-Salem, and it's where it was originally built. I mean, these homes were constructed from the 20s through the 30s when tobacco money was flowing all through this city. You've got Georgian estates, Tudor revival homes, colonial revival architecture, Italian Renaissance designs, all of it mixed together on tree-lined streets with mature landscaping that's had a century to fill in. Within Buena Vista, you've got Country Club Estates, technically its own area, but people just love to include that part of Buena Vista. Compared to Clemmons, which we'll get to shortly, you're looking at roughly 45-50% premium for this address. And whether that's worth it depends on what you value. Stick around. Now, Country Club Estates is for people who want larger lots, sprawling homes, mostly single-story houses. Same Buena Vista prestige, but think more space, especially outside. For schools, you're looking at Whitaker Elementary, and it earns an A- niche grade with a 9 out of 10 from Great Schools Ratings. The school ranks number 8 in Winston-Salem area, and the students move on to Reynolds High School about 1.2 miles away. Plus, the Reynolda House Museum of American Art sits right there, built in 1917 by Catherine Smith Reynolds. It features 200 works of art spanning from all over history. The Reynolda Gardens offers 4 acres of formal gardens within a 125-acre estate. Reynolda Village gives you that boutique shopping, restaurants, cobblestone streets, and Forsyth Country Club offers an 18-hole golf course, tennis courts, gourmet dining, and the neighborhood has regular social events and block parties. It's a strong sense of community. This is where people who value prestige, old architecture, and cultural stuff nearby choose to live. The $750,000 median price puts it out of reach for a lot of buyers, which brings me to a neighborhood that gives you the same old money vibe, but packages it completely differently. Ardmore, the Honey, I Shrunk the House version of Buena Vista. Here you can walk out your front door, stroll past craftsman bungalows with deep porches, and arrive at the hospital for your shift without ever starting your car. That's Ardmore. This is like the Honey, I Shrunk the House version of Buena Vista. You get the charming, historic feel with the homes from the 1920s through 1940s, but on smaller lots and a way better price. Ardmore is Winston-Salem's largest residential neighborhood with almost 4,300 houses. It's sandwiched between the hospitals, Novant Forsyth Medical Center to the southwest, and Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center to the northeast. And you can literally walk from the hospitals. That makes this huge for medical residents and young doctors. You can walk to work, you can walk to shopping centers, you can even walk downtown. The median sale price here is $377,000, and that is up about 11% from last year. Price per square foot is $242, also up 19%. And homes are moving fast. Average days on market is down from 42 to 29 days this year. It's a very competitive market here. Most of these houses were built between 1920s and 1960. The Ardmore Historic District is on the National Register of Historic Places, and it contains over 2,000 historic homes. You will find craftsman-style bungalows, cottages, Tudors, colonial revivals. Think overhanging eaves, exposed rafters and beams, front porches, tapered columns. But here's what I love most about Ardmore: the walkability. The neighborhood is super dog-friendly and pedestrian-friendly as well. There are sidewalks and crosswalks throughout. Miller Park has 36 acres and it was built in 1942. There are nature walking trails, playgrounds, tennis courts, horseshoes, picnic shelters, baseball fields. Spring-fed stream actually runs throughout it as well. And when you see Brookberry Farm later, you'll see a completely different style of a planned community compared to a more organic neighborhood here. The trade-offs might surprise you. Stay with me. Now, in Ardmore, you're minutes from downtown, about a 5-minute drive or so. There's local dining and shops, including Ardmore Coffee, Roosters, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Carlisle's Pub, Carolina Ale House, and let me tell you something a little fun about Ardmore: Halloween. The neighborhood is probably famous throughout the Winston-Salem area for Halloween. Residents go all out with decorations and candy, and the lots are smaller, houses are closer together, which makes trick-or-treating kind of perfect. You can get great candy without having to walk too far. Everyone comes to Ardmore for Halloween. Plus, Ardmore attracts young professionals, especially medical residents and doctors, and you'll find young families, first-time homebuyers, as well as empty nesters and retirees. The neighborhood has this eclectic, artsy vibe. It's got a very strong community pride and a welcoming atmosphere. Young professionals, first-time homebuyers discover that they can own a piece of Winston-Salem history for under $400,000 while walking to work. I mean, that combination of affordability and walkability, it's getting harder to find, which is why homes here are spending less than 30 days on the market. Now, if we haven't met yet, I'm Blake Ginther. I'm a local realtor here in Winston-Salem, and I help folks find their perfect spot in the city. I've watched these neighborhoods transform over the years. I've lived here, and I make these videos to show you what living in Winston-Salem is really like. If you're thinking about moving here or you're just curious about the market, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. My information is in the description below. Okay, moving to a neighborhood that's becoming the new Buena Vista, and the price tiers kind of prove it. Sherwood Forest is a mix of homes built from the late 50s all the way through the turn of the century, commonly called Old Sherwood and New Sherwood, two different neighborhoods considered one. The neighborhoods are filled with big, beautiful trees. I mean, perfect. Pretty much every time of the year, you're gonna have greenery, even in the winter. Sherwood Forest sits in the northwest area of Winston-Salem, near the intersection of Country Club and Peacehaven, all the way to Robin Hood and Peacehaven. You're about 5 to 10 minutes from downtown, depending on whether you're in the older or newer part of Sherwood. The area was originally farmland. Sherwood Forest was developed in the 50s and 60s as Winston-Salem's economy took off. The neighborhood eventually split into Old Sherwood Forest, the kind of eastern side of Peacehaven, versus New Sherwood Forest on the western side. Developed 80s and still, frankly, having new construction there as well. The median sale price is $570,000 at the moment, up almost 10% from last year. But the mix of architecture is part of what makes this neighborhood so unique. You'll find these 1950s to 70s brick ranches ranging from about 1,600 to over 3,000 square feet, along with mid-century modern designs, Tudors, split levels, 2 stories, Georgians, I mean, most of these houses sit on crawl spaces or slabs, a lot of basements because of the landscape of the neighborhood, and mature trees and generous lot sizes add a sense of privacy and space. And the trees here really are something. Like, this neighborhood lives up to its name. Beautiful tree-lined streets, lush, established landscaping, creating a true forest feel, all while keeping you minutes from everything. And for schools, Sherwood Forest Elementary is ranked in the top 10% in North Carolina with an A score on the niche.com and serves grades pre-K through 5 with over 650 students. Thomas Jefferson Middle School serves the neighborhood, and it goes from grades 6 through 8. It also has a really solid A- score on niche.com. The community centers around Peace Haven Pool and New Sherwood Pool, both with playgrounds and tennis courts. Sherwood Forest is easy to get to. Silas Creek Parkway provides quick routing. It's close to shopping and dining areas along the Robin Hood Road corridor. Overall, it's a central location within Winston Salem with equal access to north, south, east, and west parts of the city. Now, if you're ready to go even further out for that true suburban feel and access to one of the more unique parks in the southeast, let me show you what's happening west of the city. Okay, so what if you could get access to an 1,100-acre park with championship golf courses for the price that most people pay for just a standard suburban home? That's Clemmons. Clemmons and Lewisville get grouped together a lot because they're both family-oriented areas with a lot of new construction, about 15 to 20 minutes from downtown, depending. And Clemmons is where a lot of young families move. It's known for being close to Tanglewood Park, and Tanglewood Park is a big deal. I mean, this is a 1,100-acre public park featuring 2 fantastic golf courses. You've got an arboretum with 26 gardens showcasing seasonal flowers and ornamental shrubs, a rose garden with approximately 800 rose bushes, a dog park, horse stables, fishing lakes, pedal boat rentals, tennis courts, aquatic center, and a BMX track. The median sales price in Clemmons is $420,000, with a modest increase of only 3% from last year. And the price per square foot is $192, up 11%. And average days on market is only 41 days. Clemmons has a family-oriented atmosphere with lots of new construction. The main drag has boutiques and family restaurants that you can drive easily up to, park, and walk right in. Everything from breakfast diners to sushi, many family-owned places. There's a growing shopping area along Lewisville-Clemmons Road with chain restaurants and shops, and the Jerry Long Family Y is one of the best facilities in the Triad. Now, Lewisville is a couple minutes past Clemmons, and it's more of that quaint, small-town vibe, the kind of place that wants to stay small and charming. They've got rules in place that prevent the big box stores from moving in, so the town center stays walkable and local. Lewisville has this historic downtown along Shallowford Square. Local restaurants, coffee shops, breweries, wineries, the kind of place where you can scroll down the street, get a coffee, sit outside, and just watch the world go by. The median sales price in Lewisville is $440,000, about a 6% drop from last year. Price per square foot, however, is $210, up 19%, and the average days on the market is only 33 days. Both communities offer top-rated schools throughout Forsyth County, and each is only about a 15-minute drive to downtown. You'll deal with less traffic than in many in-town neighborhoods, and generally get more space for your money. Both areas also have a solid sense of community. Clemmons tends to attract young families, suburban professionals looking for top schools, and people who enjoy organized amenities like Tanglewood Park. In Lewisville, it often appeals to more established families, equestrian enthusiasts, and professionals who want extra land, privacy, and a more of a small town atmosphere. And when it comes to convenience paired with community, there's really one more neighborhood that takes a completely different approach to creating that feeling of connection. So here's the thing. Brookberry Farm is surrounded by some of the wealthiest people in Winston-Salem. And what you're about to see explains why they chose a planned community over historic estate. This is one of the largest planned, frankly, I think the largest planned community in all of Winston-Salem. Brookberry Farm sits on the far west side of Winston, about a 15-minute drive to downtown, 10 minutes from major stores like Trader Joe's and Costco, Whole Foods, and 5 minutes from, frankly, 30 seconds from restaurants and stores like Publix and Harris Teeter. The community started as a 795-acre country estate. It was actually a dairy farm owned by Bowman Gray Jr., who lived from 1907 to 1969. So, development began in 2005, but construction is still going on today. The median sales price in the area varies significantly by the section. The main section and the village offer lower entry points. Walnut Ridge is kind of that mid-range. The Oaks is the premium pricing with by far and away the largest lots. The overall range, though, is from $500,000 all the way up to over $2 million. And for schools, you're looking at Meadowlark Elementary, Meadowlark Middle, and Reagan High School. And Reagan High School is actually one of the top rated high schools in Forsyth County, and frankly, I believe in all of the state. Here you'll find empty nesters who've downsized but want to maintain their lifestyle. Young families just getting started. The village was actually constructed with them in mind, and plenty of middle-aged, I guess that's me, homeowners as well. And the entire neighborhood is designed around shared spaces with beautiful parks and green areas woven throughout the community. The development is clearly marketed towards families. You'll see in their branding lots of strollers and playgrounds with families enjoying the parks, and that pretty much lines up well with who lives here. And the amenities are where Brookberry Farm shines. There's a historic barn where it truly was a working barn, and it's now restored beautifully, and weddings and community events are held there. There's an amphitheater, which hosts concerts and holiday celebrations and summer cookouts. The lake house offers a quiet spot for fishing, and they have a nice screened-in area as well. And you'll also find a phenomenal pool and fitness facilities, tennis courts, bocce courts, beach volleyball, a ginormous playground, outdoor fireplaces, and multiple clubhouses and pavilions that can be reserved for private gatherings. The annual HOA dues, $1,800 a year, covers all of that. There are separate HOA dues for some of the lock and leave communities like Walnut Ridge. Brookberry Farm also hosts food truck events on the weekends, live music at the pavilions, amphitheater, and frankly, tons of community-wide events. The sense of connection is very intentional. It's not just a collection of houses, it's a place designed for neighbors to actually spend time together. Residents can work with established builders or bring in their own custom builder. The neighborhood includes both custom and semi-custom homes, and development is ongoing with room for future phases. Now, unlike Buena Vista, where Old Money charm or Ardmore's natural walkability, historic vibe, Brookberry Farm creates community through amenities and programming. That annual fee buys you professional maintenance and a built-in social network, something that appeals to busy families who want a community without having to build it from scratch. So, now that you've seen all 5 neighborhoods, let me tell you which one I'd actually choose. After comparing the neighborhoods we have covered, here's where I'd actually put my money. And here's my take. At the end of the day, it depends on where you are in life. If I were a young professional or a medical resident, go with Ardmore. The walkability, the community, the sales price being in the 3s, I mean, you're getting incredible value with strong resale value as well. If I had a young family and schools were everything, Sherwood Forest or Clemmons would definitely be at the top of my list. Sherwood Forest gives you the top-rated schools, beautiful mature trees, options across a pretty wide price point. And Clemmons, well, you got Tanglewood Park and organized activities and also top schools. If I wanted prestige and had the budget, Buena Vista Country Club Estates is where the old money lives, and you're paying for history and that gorgeous old architecture. But if I'm being honest, my personal situation right now, with kids in the mix, considering all the development happenings, I'd lean towards Brookberry Farm. And the amenities of Brookberry Farm are frankly unmatched. Community programming creates instant connections. Everything's kept up very professionally, and you're not dealing with the maintenance yourself, which for a lot of people is quite enticing. Look, each of these neighborhoods delivers something different, but knowing which one fits your situation, well, that's where most people get stuck. If you're considering moving to Winston-Salem, send me an email at blake@theginthergroup.com today. I'll walk you through what's actually available right now in each one of these neighborhoods, what the market looks like in each spot, and how to position yourself to win as a buyer today. The inventory is changing fast, so the sooner we talk, the more options you'll have. I don't want you to miss out. Check out my next video linked right here where I talk about everything new and coming to Winston-Salem. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.